Hi everyone, it's Tuesday and we're just going to go over a little bit what we did yesterday and move on to the next part of this assignment. So just to remind you, what you're doing is eventually you're going to be writing your own This I Believe essay. So these lessons, the one we started yesterday and the next one that we're going to be doing today, they're going to help you create and draft your This I Believe essay. Okay, so yesterday we read two short articles. The first one was Things I've Learned About Life, which is in your booklet here. It starts there and then goes on to the next page. And then the second one was The Top 10 Lessons I Learned from Charlie Brown by Jim Allen, which is this one. And it goes on to the next page as well. And then once you finish reading those questions, you are supposed to answer these questions on the back page. And basically what you were supposed to do here was think about a thesis for your This I Believe essay. And then you're supposed to take your thesis and write a story that would support your thesis. So a personal story of something that happened to you that made you come to this realization. And we're just remembering that when we're writing this, the idea is that you have a story, something that happened to you. Your This I Believe essay should be about something that happened to you, an experience that you've had that shaped your life or made you change the way that you think about things, or an important lesson that you learned. So really it's about a lesson that you learned that you want to share with other people because you think your experience, sharing your experience could help other people as well. So the next part of this, on the next page, we're going to be looking at the page that says Explore Other Essays. So your job today, there's actually a This I Believe website, which you're going to be looking at. And I've posted the link to the website on the blog, just underneath this video. So your job today is you're going to take a look at that website and you're going to read a couple of other people's essays. So it says select an essay from the This I Believe website that you find interesting. So you're going to go to Explore and then select Browse by Theme. Okay, so it's all there on the website. You just have to follow these instructions. And then you're going to answer these 3 questions on this page, and then on the back side of the page, there are another 3 questions, so 6 questions in total. And this is just to get you thinking about other people's This I Believe essays, because you're going to read your own. So I would say read a couple of the essays, at least like 2 or 3, and then so you have an idea of different people's, and then pick the one that you like best, and then answer these 3 questions, or sorry, these 6 questions about one that you like the best. So the first question is identify the main idea. What is the author saying about life? So that's like your thesis statement. So what you did yesterday, that is kind of like what you started to do here already. Okay? And then number 2 is provide 2 examples of evidence the author uses to support their belief. So what examples did they give is what this is asking. What examples did they give to support their thesis right there? Okay? And then question number 3, what techniques or devices is the author using for impact? So that's like the techniques that we talked about in other lessons, such as similes. Maybe the author had a hook that they opened with to get you really interested. Things like that, like literary devices. We talked about repetition and how they write. We talked about the use of lists. And how that kind of gives our writing a flow. So think about those things that we explored in other lessons, and maybe the author used some of those things that you could point out. Okay. Question number 4 is describe how the author opens the text. Explain whether or not this is effective. So how did they start off? Did they use a hook? Did it catch your attention right away? Yes or no? Did it work? Okay. So that's what question number 4 is about. And then question number 5 is describe how the author closes the text and explain whether or not this is effective. So question number 4 is about the opening. Now question number 5 is how does the author end? Does it leave you feeling like you are satisfied with the ending, or Is it a good way to end it? Was it effective? Yes or no? Does the author end it with a question maybe? So those are all ways that authors can end things. And then finally, number 6, identify one aspect of the text you will consider for your own future writing. And this could be anything. So maybe the author used a really good hook and you're thinking, well, maybe I will start off my This I Believe essay trying to use that idea of a hook to try and get people's attention. Or maybe you really like the way that the author wrote, their style was kind of like repetitive, but used a variety of different kinds of sentences, something like that. Okay, so those are those questions. If you're having problems or if you have a question about these 6 questions, we're going to be moving on to the next part tomorrow. So you should have these 6 questions done for tomorrow if you want to be keeping on track. If you have any questions about anything, I'll be on the Hangout chat link to talk to you between 1 and 2 p.m. Every day. So if you ever have questions, you can do that. You can also email me if you have questions. But yeah, those are probably the best ways to get a hold of me if you have any problems or if you're wondering about anything. And that's it for today. So I hope everyone has a good rest of their day and maybe try to get outside, get some fresh air. Okay, see everyone. Bye.